NA1SS, NA1SS, this is E20AJ, schedule contact, over.
NA1SS.
Thank you, good morning, Don. We are here at the World Scout Jamboree radio station. Very glad to have you here today. Anyway, I would like to say Swaddi Krab from World Scout Jamboree. Now, let's start from the first question.
Go ahead, NA1SS.
Hi, my name is August. How do you eat your food? How is it cooked? Over.
We cook, the food is already pre-cooked. It comes in bags, sort of like freeze-dried food you use for camping. And we just add hot water to it from a hot water dispenser. Let it sit for a few minutes, and then we cut it open with a pair of scissors and dig in with a spoon. So it's not that much different than just eat the food that you do on a scouting trip. Over.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Tosik. Do you think the camping skills are useful as astronauts? Over.
I think that scouting has a lot of parallels to being an astronaut, and my Boy Scout days were one of the best times that I can think of as a kid, and I highly recommend everybody doing Boy Scouts. And the things you learn there prepare you for the rest of your life, including being an astronaut. Over.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Egon. What are you doing to maintain your health? Over.
We maintain our health through a series of physical training exercises that we do here. We have a weightlifting machine, which obviously just doesn't use pig iron like a standard weight machine does, because there's no gravity to offer resistance. And then we have an exercise bicycle, and we have a treadmill. And between those three pieces of equipment, we can maintain our physical fitness for many months at a time. Over.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Joel. What is the first thing you want to do when you come back to the Earth? Over.
Probably say hello to give my wife a big hug and say hi to my kids.
Thank you. I am Paul. Do you think that the Earth is still blue? Over.
The Earth is still blue. It's one of the most beautiful sights there is in our solar system, and it lets you know where you came from and what is important to you. Over.
Hi, I'm fine. How do you find time for your family or loved ones, and how do you communicate with them? Over.
I communicate with my family through an internet telephone that we have here on the space station. We also have KU band video system, and we also have an S-band radio that we communicate to mission control, and we can talk to them on occasion through our standard mission control channels. Over.
Hi, my name is Fox. Astronauts are dedicated, patient, and under constant pressure. How do you handle all the demands on yourself? Over.
A part of it is just the kind of person you are. We all have this kind of personality that we can naturally deal with a lot of pressures and being pulled in all directions. And those kind of people that can deal with those kinds of stresses naturally end up into the program. And if you're a kind of person that just can't deal with having to do 5 or 6 things at once and having everybody talking to you at the same time, then those kind of people just never make it into the program. So part of it's just kind of a natural selection process. Over.
Hi, my name is Ben. What are you feeling from living in space? Over.
We are wearing, we have a variety of clothes, both made by NASA and made by the Russian Space Agency, that we wear while we're in orbit. And right now I've got a pair of coveralls on that were made by the Russian Space Agency, and they've got a lot of real cool pockets and things on them that you can stuff stuff so you don't get it lost while you're floating around in zero gravity. Over.
Hi, my name is Min. If you want to meet Thai people, what would you like to ask them? Over.
If I meet Thai people, I'd like to talk to them about all the delightful kinds of foods that you have in your country. Thai restaurants are one of my favorite places to eat with my wife, and I would love to be able to eat eat in a real Thai restaurant and talk about the food. Over.
Hi, my name is Paul. May I have your message to the scout? Over.
Please repeat the question. You were breaking up.
Hi, my name is Paul. May I have your message to the scout? Over.
The message to Boy Scouts is to study hard in school because school is the key to doing everything cool in life. And if you want to do exploration, if you want to be a scientist, if you want to be an engineer, if you want to be an astronaut, the key to doing any of these activities is being able to do well in math and science and all the physics and all these kinds of hard courses that you have in school. And studying hard and doing well in these courses set you up for doing all these cool things in life. Over.
Hi, my name is Mo. What was the most delightful thing as an astronaut? Over.
Probably the freedom from the effects of Earth's weightlessness when you are here in orbit, and the ability to just float around and be free. Over.
Hi, my name is Raul. Do you want your children to become astronaut like you? Over.
Well, if they want to be astronauts, I would certainly support that. But I think it would be good for everybody to choose to be whatever they want to be. And I will certainly encourage them to go into Boy Scouts. I've got 2 sons, and I'd love for them to go into Boy Scouts just because it was such a good experience for me, and I'll encourage them to do the same. Over.
Hi, my name is Kim. How can I be the astronaut like you? Over.
Well, again, to become an astronaut takes a lot of hard work. You have to study in school. You have to apply yourself to whatever you find interesting that's technical that's a technical part of your training. And then when you are qualified, you have to put an application into the space program because nobody's going to come to you and say, hey, come be an astronaut. You have to make the first move by putting an application into the program. Over.
Hi, my name is Michiel. How do you obtain fresh water? Is there a big tank? Over.
You're breaking up. I did not hear the question. Please repeat.
Hi, my name is Michiel. How do you obtain fresh water? Is there a big tank? Over. Hi, my name is Michiel. How do you obtain fresh water? Is there a big tank? Over.
Oh, how do we drink water on board? We have a big tank of water. It is in the Russian segment. It is called Rodnik, and it has a membrane that you put gas pressure on one side, and that forces the membrane against the water in the tank, and it spills it out a hose where we have a valve and we can squirt it into our food. Over.
Hello, my name is Anne. How does lack of gravity affect your body? How do you manage it? Over.
Repeat again.
Hello, my name is Anne. How does the lack of gravity affect your body and how do you manage it? Over.
NA1SS, this is E20AJ, over.
E20AJ, E20AJ, NI1SS, how copy? NI1SS, how copy?
Very loud and clear, start the question.
Hello, my name is Anne. How does the lack of gravity affect your body and how do you manage it? Over.
SS, how copy?
Okay, let's start the first question.
How does the lack of gravity affect your body and how do you manage it? Over.
J, NA1SS, how copy?
NA1SS, this is E20AJ, over.
left.
Let's start the question.
International Space Station is 7.
Hello, my name is Anne. How does the lack of gravity affect your body and how do you manage it? Over.
NA1SS, this is E20AJ, over. NA1SS, this is E20AJ.